Greetings, YouTube. Sometimes I make videos and I hope everybody can benefit from looking at it. If you missed it, the store this weekend for the second time, and I think this is just an accidental coding issue where Paragon becomes the next progression title Valiant in the system until they correct it. And so Tier 2 Alpha go from being 60 units to 20 units, and then half a Tier 5 Basic, of which I purchased it on screen, get cut by like 60% too. And I think it's just, is it 30 units a piece for these? Or I guess it's 50 units a piece. But 25 units per half. And when you purchase it, a max, it's 250 units. It's less than one featured Paragon crystal worth of units for 5 fully formed Tier 5 Basic. And yes, if you have the Black ISO market, Tier 5 Basic are more valuable than Tier 2 Alpha. It's also, statistically speaking, easier to get fully formed Tier 2 Alpha than Tier 5 Basic in daily Paragon crystals. And once a week, you can do the trade-in of a fully formed Tier 5 Basic for 3 Tier 2 Alpha. So, all in all, if you've got a need for Tier 5 Basic in your Paragon especially, you will find a very difficult opportunity to be better than that value for the store. But speaking of difficult opportunities, I have not done the new Carina's challenges. I have not done any of the Act 7, Chapter 1, 7-star shard challenges that so many of you are fans of. And yes, this is a huge risk because you could do this and then get 20 SIGs on your Hawkeye or something. Not saying that this is a video that is throwing shade at Hawkeye, but certainly something that is a risk. If it was a 7-star Nexus or something, I think it would be different. So I have someone who, believe it or not, his actual screen name is Darth Vader. Kind of cool, actually. And he wanted to cover this topic on my channel. He sent over the following message. When they first announced these Carina's 7-for-7 challenges, they didn't say anything about having it to be done in order. And as usual, if this was the case, I'd be grayed out, or a symbol of lock, a lock symbol would be on it. But if you look now, there's nothing in the game that indicates that. We have to do it in order. It's not locked, and that the objective is open. He said he finds it very, very stupid as why we can't do one path at a time. He said, I'm sure there are easier paths than others in different chapters. His whole argument is that there's nowhere in the announcement that states it has to be done in order, and it shouldn't be limited to that. As long as you do a path at a time, it really shouldn't matter. Well, obviously, Kabam disagrees because they designed it this way. If it's their sandbox, you have to play in their sandbox and follow their rules. But it is worth noting that he submitted a help ticket about this. And he says, greetings, I have just started on doing the Carina challenge for the 7 stars, where you have to complete a path in Act 7, only get 7 stars, not changing a champion, aka skipping the final node. My only question is, does it have to be in order? Because I didn't think so. It's not locked. It's not like you have to do it. Now, it's not going to be locked because, of course, you can jump into this content without this challenge because he said I did initial completion of 713 and I chose the live transfer node. I made sure that I used Hulk, Sunspot, Dragon Man, Morbius, and Guillotine 299, all 7 stars. When I reached the Red Hulk as the final boss, I skipped the node and I did not swap any champions. Thankfully, I was able to do the whole path itemless thanks to the life transfer node, considering I run the Liquid Courage and Double Edge Masteries. After I was done, I didn't receive the credit for doing a completion of that path with 100% only 7-star champions without swapping anyone. Please let me know. I feel like it shouldn't be in order because then it shouldn't have locked. Again, the reason why that argument didn't make any sense is that it's not content that's just for this. It's content in general. And it says, thank you for content and command support. I understand that you are concerned that I'm not getting progress in the third chain of Carina's trial 7-for-7 solo objectives. After reviewing your account, Darth Vader, and progress towards solo objectives, I can confirm some requirements for this objective. Third chain of the Carina's trial 7-for-7 solo objectives are currently unmet. In particular, it is necessary to complete the second chain first before you gain progress to the third chain. So they confirm this. Again, some videos I do for everybody. Some videos I do for just a select amount of people who maybe, like this summoner, are going to make the same mistake And I think that sometimes when something bad happens to you or something unfortunate, the best thing you can do is just make an example out of it so people don't make the same mistake. And that is what Darth Vader's goal was by reaching out to me. And I promised him I would cover it on my channel this weekend. And so if you're watching this video now, obviously I got to it. This is one of those underrated aspects of what I take very seriously with my channel, where I do videos that, heck, this might get 20 views, you know? But if it helps one person, it's worth it. That's always been my motto. I never expected to make a penny off of YouTube anyway, so it's about the community more than clicks, and this is a good example of that. Darth Vader, I hope this video was a voice for your issue, and in life you're only as good as your word. Obviously, if you're watching this now, it means the video is on my channel.